I'm hoping friendship. That's plus 80% in my eyes, right?
Power of friendship. Ooh, I prefer a stronger draft rather than having a good friendship. We'll have to see. One thing is for certain.
Can I get a new cast there? Thank you. Our friendship's over.
If there's one thing, whoever loses this series, the roster doesn't stay the same. It's just how Dota, at least Pro Dota, works. But we'll have to see. I want to see this, like, I definitely didn't expect CK to be picked up. They went with Ancient Apparition route against the Morphling, which is a good counter. The question is, can you execute? In terms of stuns, you have CK stun, RP, need to be careful with the skewers. Techies with a stun could be set up for it. AA. Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here.
Glimpse back, might just give up first blood, and might turns into Storm on this Bat Rider, getting the kill there on the Hakoda and taking out the Ancient Apparition. I know the feeling. Know the feeling all too well. You're just trying to be a good sport.
Getting that first blood. Exactly what you need. Like, this is, besides Invoker, probably his best hero, I would say. He kind of was carrying the team. Previous DPC Tour 1 as well, on the wings of this hero. And does have bottle already, so starting with the Flame Rig just to secure the kill. We're probably gonna see point in the Firefly, more points in Sticky Napalm as well for some last hitting.
Fishman needing some harassment in this top lane. This definitely feels like it could be a kill lane here for D1 Hustlers if they're able to line up the skills, right? Level 2, a Skewer, Shockwave, get yourself a Blast Off going in with the Sticky Bomb. We'll have to see, as level 2 for the Bat Rider ends up being that Sticky Napalm you're talking about.
A lot of stickies.
Yes, very sticky in here. You know, when you step on a sticky floor and you just feel your shoes kind of, you know? That's what it feels like in this game right now.
Yeah.
Cold feet. Freezing them over. That's a good feeling if you're an Ancient Apparition. Rare that it happens when you're able to keep these heroes controlled with cold feet early on.
You need some kind of a slow, some kind of a stun. And putting a point in Reality Rift, Chet, very low on HP. Kataomi, gotta get out of the trouble. Uses that concussive shot, needs to be extremely careful in this lane. One step too close and he's gonna die. Watson doesn't have Bayform.
Shockwave, Sticky Bomb.
Still gonna survive through all of that harassment.
Surviving for now and shifting. Looking for the Sticky Bomb. Ooh.
Have been denied.
From downtown, ooh, Fishman now. Shockwave, Skewered, Glimpse. That's going to be back under the tower. Fishman's going to die here to Theocore. Adaptive Strike. Watson now chases after the Techies, who will fall to Fishman at the end of the day.
Good trade for Entity. Morphin getting some solo XP. Fishman getting the kill.
Searing Chains, the Sticky Napalm, the burn, and Stormer.
Had Fairy Fire available, didn't pop it. He thought that it's not going to make the difference.
Kinetic Field, and Theocore throws a Sticky Bomb over, and they're still going to get a kill here on the Magnus. Entity already 1,000 net worth ahead, and lane's kind of crumbling a little bit for the side of D1 Hustlers.
That's why I said it's a good trade. And Shad also in trouble.
Yeah, he's dead, and they'll look at Hakoda too. Toby freezes over, but it's not going to matter. They blast off on a Watson top, but there's nothing to follow that up. They've given him a healing Lotus, and it's just kills on kills right now. And Llama, he knows how to count up. Ends up counting to the point where he doesn't get sent back to base.
Stormer, look at how aggressive he's playing. Ancient Apparition will TP, but this is AA. I'm going to cancel it in the end with almost no HP and no mana whatsoever, so couldn't even help him out. He was not TPing from base to refill his bottle. He doesn't even have a bottle at the moment. Playing into this matchup, you want to look for boots instead. And lanes are crumbling for D1 Hustlers. CK, not a hero that catches up fat. Like, he doesn't have this insane farming tool. He's not Sven Terrorblade. He needs to be in the lane. This hero just doesn't jungle. Also, his Chaos Strike got heavily nerfed in 7.33. Critical lifesteal from creep is now reduced by 50%.
Ooh. That's not fun. Anything less by 50% feels really bad. Fishman and Theocor just having a little bit of a back and forth fight. Pekkies does real damage these days, but not enough to get a kill. Has that level 2 of the sticky bomb, and still kind of sticking around here over mid. So is Fishman, and we'll see if maybe one of these heroes can get a kill on each other. Stormstorm and Xantic looking mid and blast off onto the TPing out Fishman. The sticky bomb, the right clicks. Maybe Theocor doesn't want to commit to this, and there's the glimpse off to the side. Thought maybe he'd want to go. It looked like a kill for sure. Xantic now against Stormstormer just playing so aggressive under the tower. The sticky nade bomb stacking up 4 times, 5 times. And it's the 5 times sticky nade bombs Ember that's going to die here. The Stormstormer.
And he's level 6.5, Ember Spirit level 5. So with 6-minute rune, he could go potentially for another kill halfway through his Boots of Travel into BKB this time around. Stormstormer, like, he had some, I would say, bad performances because he set the bar pretty high for himself. He was the mid laner that was kind of carrying Entity, I would say. It was all, if he's having a bad time, Entity did struggle in a lot of their games, but had not the easiest tour, I would say. And now dominating this matchup. Yeah, also forcing techies to get close, which is not gonna do anything. He needs a support to be able to secure the rune for him.
And that is rough for Xantic. Just 5 stacks of sticky napalm, making things very, very tough. Concussive shot and an arcane bolt. Dakota on the run now. They've got 3 heroes around. Sticky Bomb and Sleight of Fist Searing Chains, as well as Dalai Lama is going to end up dead. Kotomi is going to die before he freezes over. They finally double up the kill score, but it does cost them Dalai Lama over top.
Lanes are bleeding too much for D1 Hustlers. Not sure how you're going to be able to fix this because, like, mid's not going well, so you need to fix the mid lane. Then they make a rotation on the top lane. Suddenly you see Fishman on this mid lane trying to get a kill on level 5 Ember Spirit. Fishman dies in the end.
Yeah, Theocor getting the kill, and they've got the Flame Break, but now Cold Feet, Searing Chains. There's the turnaround on the Stormstormer that they wanted. They get that kill. They look over for the Skywrath Mage. And all of a sudden, D1 Hustlers.
Ooh, he was thinking. Stormstormer was like, do I go in, but I also want to get my bottle refilled. Got his bottle refilled in the end. Wish granted. The problem is that he died. Toby, as soon as he hits that level 6, it opens up the kill on CK with just 1 rotation. Probably going to be Kataomi moving to the bottom lane. Enough slow with 1 concussive, 1 blood grenade. Should grant him a kill. Like, Stormstormer's here, actually.
Interesting. Smoking and looking
Solo
for
smoke.
Shad.
Knows exactly where
they've got a
is.
TP coming in. 2-second stun and Flame Break, yeah, but there's the Reality Rift into the lasso. Cold Feet freezing over. Fishman's here. They're chasing Shad. They want the vision to get this glimpse back. Toby's also going to lose his courier while they're chasing on this. Axe is thrown again. Shad throws a stun, knowing that he's dead. They do get that kill, and these supports on the side of D1 Hustlers can't really help out. Flame Break, Glimpse, and, well, Primal Roar was used. The Theocor is going to die.
Stormstormer making his life painful. Not much he can do about this one.
Yeah, Hakoda's going to die as well. All of a sudden, it's really just stacking up. This is becoming a big problem, as D1 Hustlers already down 4,000 net worth.
This is also going to open up the tower. CK, he's going to run to the lane. Doesn't want to TP there because he could die immediately if supports are not there. Also, there's a big difference what Ancient Apparition brings to the table when he's level 5 and when he's level 6. So needs to get that level 6 somehow.
What he did already, 10-4. Stormstormer just getting those boots of travel. Just about. They smoke up here on the side of D1 Hustlers, but... And they shouldn't. They could get a couple of kills here. Searing Chains, Cold Feet, maybe they could get it going. But down this much already, it feels a little bit of an issue at this point. They're not going to find this Beastmaster.
They just smoked underneath the Observer ward, so Hakoda will de-ward it. They wanted to get the kill on Ancient Apparition, so he gets that level 6, and then they could threaten a kill on Watson. Before that, they can't really do much. Watson. Glimpses available, but deepens are coming in.
He has the mana for RP. That's a 2-man RP, but everybody's here for the side of Entity. Mystic Flare is down. Davalama ends up dead. They blast off Cold Feet. That's going to be Stormer freezing over. Sleight of Fist is in, but it's Xantic hit with the Blood Grenade, and he is looking to slight and survive. They go and have Watson now behind the tier 1 tower, but it doesn't matter. Xantic ends up dead. They've got the glimpse back on Theo Akor. This is looking like both Hakoda as well as Theo Akor are going to die. Stormer, though, going to TP instead. He's looking to go bottom while they'll continue to get the kill on Theo Akor. They look over bottom. They've got the lasso. Shad's going to die. Stormer in between 2 heroes on the side of D1 Hustlers. I'll TP bottom. It's fine. I'll get a lasso. I'll get a kill onto CK. Like, that is watching the map intently.
How do they fix this? It's just too many kills given away early on. Ancient Apparition still level 5. Like, we have all experienced this. Techie is as well level 5. While you have Disruptor level 6, so he can be going for these kills with Static Storm. Same goes for Skyret Mage. Oof, they need to recover in the jungle somehow, but Ember, they've been playing really well with the Xantic's Ember Spirit in the previous game. This time around, having a much more difficult game. Like, I see this Maelstrom wants to be able to scale. If he dies one more time, I think you need to change your item build. You might need to go for a BKB, but then again, you are playing into Roar, into Lasso, so this will not be the protection. I'm just thinking, because you do have Empower to play with, so there's going to be damage. This is your, like, farming tool as well. Playing into Skyret Mage, 2 points in Ancient Seal, and here it comes. They're just gonna clean up every single time they catch a bit of vision on one hero, it immediately dies.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big issue that D1 Hustlers are gonna eventually have to deal with, if not just, well, not deal with it and lose this game pretty quickly, because the net worth is spiraling out of control. Top of the net worth, all 3 at the top right now are all Entity heroes. Toby's been untouched over bottom. He's 3-0-2 and going for that. Vlad's eventually the Helm of the Overlord. Oh, what do you... It just... Xantic wants a Maelstrom, but he's got that Orb of Corrosion. You're not even level 6 on Hakoda yet. Like, things are just going so poorly for D1 Hustlers.
Hakoda has been level 5 for good 3-4 minutes. Can't find an opening. They can't get a kill. So right now, he's leeching any kind of XP he can find.
Xantic. Be fine. At least for now. Techie's finally hitting that level 6, so he does have those proximity mines to start farming with, or putting down to hurt these heroes if they go in. We saw TK, and I feel like he's my big example on this, on being able to use that blast off, drop down 3 mines, and do quite a bit of damage when they've got the combo going off. But it doesn't look like D1 Hustlers are interested in fighting anytime soon.
It's going to be Entity with the smoke, looking for kills again. Shield Rune available on Stormer. Will pop it off immediately. So extra 700, almost 800 HP on Bad Rider.
Yep, lasso, easy kill. Stormer's got another one. Like you said, he's working with the Shield Rune here. Has so much health. And D1 Hustlers have to get out of here.
He's also a type of a player that wants to join some of these earlier fights. Goes through the Twin Gates. If the team is also making a move, he will gladly join them. And also, so many good targets he can turn into. Ember Spirit, Searing Chains, maxed out. So that's way to control him as well. They do have decent amount of control, but still that's going to be some extra. You turn into CK with Aghanim Scepter. Later on, stealing his stats. Turn into Magnus, have Empower for yourself. Deal 400 damage per hit. Things are looking really good for Entity now.
So D1 Hustlers, they were smoked up. They were trying to get maybe a Searing Chains into an Ice Blast Cold Feet combo to get a kill. They don't find anybody, though. Now they'll start to attack this tier 1 tower top, but glyphed up. Maybe Entity can react to this. Actually going to go over mid. Kill a core. A couple of mines exploding. Not doing a lot of damage. They've got the glimpse into the kinetic field. There's the Ancient Seal, so no blast off. Another kill here onto the Techies. These mines not really doing much damage to them, and they don't really care that they've hit a couple. But there's the Remnant in, Searing Chains, Ice Blast, Stormer. He'll die here. That's the combo they were looking for, but the Ancient Seal, the Mystic Flare, the damage with the Arcane Bolt, they get the Kono Exantic. They turn it around with the supports. Waveform over. Hakoda stayed too long. They've got the glimpse to pull him back, and Ancient Apparition's going to die as well.
Phylactery on Kataomi. Ancient Seal, 6-second duration. Ember Spirit is gonna suffer. Like, he does have Mithril Hammer. I'm really glad that he bought Mithril instead of Javelin on Ember, because he can still turn it into BKB if he dies like one more time. You're playing into a lot of magic damage. Like, these glimpses could really hurt. One Ancient Seal is gonna be enough to kill you.
You can see how quickly the supports can get that kill. Or really, just how quickly Skywrath Mage can get that kill. That early Phylactery.
He's level 10 almost on Skywrath Mage.
He's got almost as much farm as Exantic does, too. That's how bad the game is going at the moment.
Magnus in this game thinks that Blink Dagger is the way to start the fight, and I kind of agree with it. I don't think you can afford to go Echo Saber Harpoon, just farm it up. Other lanes are not doing as hot. Maybe they can land some sick RP on Watson with AA Blast. He's very close.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Might need a third hero here as well.
Yeah, you're going to want that extra bit of damage. I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill off this Morphling, but they've got some help here as Watson, he's nearby with Fishman and Kataomi. Making a jump if you're the side of D1 Hustlers feels kind of ill-advised. It's already just 16 minutes into the game, a 10,000 net worth lead for Entity, who are going in a Roche. So a 16-minute Roche. And maybe there's a reaction here from D1 Hustlers. They do have that blink into an RP, but they've scanned, they're checking, and they know that, well, at least for the moment, nobody's coming because the scan doesn't connect. But with Kataomi there,
they don't have a read on it. Gonna go for a different move. Maybe find Stormstormer, but Stormstormer BKB is available if he gets it before like Mag initiates with RP. Let's see. He could be able to survive in this one.
Blink, RP, Ice Blast, and another kill on a Stormstormer. The biggest issue right now is, yeah, you're killing Stormstormer, but he's not your biggest threat, nor will he be as this game goes on. You've got Watson building an Ags, and once he picks that up, I think it's off to the races for him. And with this Aegis, he's going to certainly secure some farm to make sure that he gets there. And Mystic Flare dropped down again, but not getting that kill onto the Ancient Apparition just yet. Hakoda backs off. The Ice Blasts have been all right. They're going to glimpse back Theo the Core, but again, not quite having the extra control to get that kill.
Ice Blasts have been on point because he only used 2 or 3 so far. 17 minutes into the game, it's not enough, especially when you play against hero like Morphling. So Entity does have this big timing now with Helm of the Overlord creep, Manta style Morphling. They can't really defend towers, so Entity can move across the map, kill all the tier 2 towers without too many casualties.
All the while, you've had CK try to farm. Armlet, Echo Saber, BKB next, like similar position to the Wraith King we saw earlier today. Or just is not going to feel like it's enough.
They know something is up. Mines are being picked up. There were like 4 or 5 mines getting off in the last couple of seconds. Stormstormer TP's in aggressively in front of Teolicor. He's thinking about maybe going for a kill. Look at how aggressive Entity is at the moment. They plant down this Observer Ward, which is gonna... This Observer Ward is gonna get them at least 2 kills, I would say.
With where D1 Hustlers have to farm, yeah, I think you're right. They have to be in this outer ring for a majority of the farm that they're looking for, and if Oh, if it catches one hero, I think you're more than paid off on a free ward.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Pantalomi losing his courier, so Vision and a token dying out, and they're already looking to push the high ground. They want to go in.
Well, you guys don't want to go inside your base. We will go for the high ground. They do have Ancient Thunderhide, Mantis Talon Watson, forced to use a glyph.
Dire's top tower is
They've got a
under
Hawk
attack.
up here, looking to scout some Vision out. As Bat Rider doesn't have a Blink Dagger, but
It's coming on the courier.
yeah, it's on its way. Yeah, they can wait it out if they really want to. They've got the Thunderhide. They can push this creep wave in. They'll try to clear it up with just the supports who are holding onto this bottom tier 3 in the set of racks to hope that their cores can get a little bit of farm. But it seems like a bit of a pipe dream here. They're still working with this Aegis. That'll draw him in. They'll get that. Now can they get more? They'll look over Ice Blast, RP, and they got him. Watson. They didn't even try to help him. They just
Nicely
TP'd
done.
out.
Power of Magnus. Magnus techies. They go for the skewer, kill him off instantly, take Aegis off, and then the Llama lands a really nice RP. Doesn't get the chance to use Waveform. And AA Blast hits. AA Blasts have been on point. It's just that we don't see much fighting.
Yeah. Nothing really too long range, though, right? Like, it's just been... Oh, he's right here. It's hard to miss when it's point blank. Lasso. And the concussive shot. Ancient Seal with a Mystic Flare. Stormer gets credit for the kill on a Theo core.
Entity
So good there.
can wait it out until next Roshan respawns. In the meantime, can go for Tormentor, and now Watson picked up the XP rune. We'll push him closer to that level 15. So extra morph duration.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
With that Axe is gonna be pretty damn good. As we already discussed, there are so many good targets he can turn into, but most likely gonna be turning into CK to steal his stats. Magnus stats, not the most important stats to be stolen. If he feels that he needs to be dealing more damage, then Magnus is gonna be his choice.
I like the Ice Blast shard upgrade.
Yeah, it's a good one, especially when you have Cold Feet maxed out. It's only for half of the duration, 60%, okay? It's not half, but still good.
Yeah, so about like 1.5 seconds. 1.5-ish, 6-ish. Something in that general 60% range. So all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, a little bit over time, they're pulling down the entity net worth. It was a little bit higher. Now it's starting to come back down. Can D1 Hustlers kind of farm back into this game? Truthfully, Shad's got a good amount of farm, and Ember's getting back there with this Maelstrom.
Considering Shad is 0-3-1, this lane didn't go too well for them. He managed to catch up, farming with Empower. BKB is now available, bringing in another Ogre Axe to have that explosive damage. Maybe they can catch Morphling one more time with RP. This is relatively, I would say, hard lineup to execute from D1 Hustlers. You miss RP, you miss Ice Blast, you lose team fight. There's no way you're winning it. Another early gem picked up. It's gonna be Ed Zantic holding it. The Olicore bought it this time around. Wants to kill the Hawk so that they have better jump. Let's see, smoke. If they're gonna be able to find anything.
Shadow looking for a Blink Dagger, by the way, and a shard. These heroes are over bottom. You know that they could get this kill with the Ice Blast if they've gotten the numbers. You don't exactly need Shad if it's a one pick off, but Entity's sticking together and they're going to smoke up as well.
Is under attack.
So, Philly Stone for the Ancient Apparition, who is building a Blink Dagger, interestingly enough.
You talked about point blank. If you're close enough, you can't miss it. So maybe he wants to keep the distance, just play with Magnus. Not sure if he wants to commit to it. But if he wants to like cast it instantly, blink in, Ice Blast, on top of Morphling, should
now that it's got the shard, you're getting that extra bit, right? Like,
yeah,
you don't mind being in there. As an Ancient Apparition, you kind of understand, like, hey, I don't have a lot of life, I don't have a lot of armor, I'm probably going to die, but if I get an Ice Blast off, that gives me some cold feet. Maybe the control is there where the rest of my team can handle the rest. So, mine's starting to explode. Entity, they are in deep. Or are they in too deep? They're going to try and keep this advantage.
That's a Sum 41 reference if I ever heard one.
Retired band. Minute on this Roche respawn. I could see D1 Hustlers with the way they're playing. If they get a pick off, like, find yourself right into the Roche pit, like, could be nice. A lot of TPs towards top. Whoa. Entity. Full Power Ranger TPs to the top lane.
Roshan.
Yeah.
On Dire's side. It's nighttime, so everybody going through the gates. Let's see, Hakoda trying to set up some vision here to see, but the only thing he's gonna find is Dino, and maybe he's dead. They're gonna catch a glimpse of him.
Blink in and skewer. Static Storm committed. They've got the lasso onto the Ancient Apparition, and he's gonna survive for a little bit longer. He doesn't have buyback, so if he wants to get an Ice Blast off, he's got to do it now, and that's gonna be out of the Skywrath Mage to get the kill on the Dive Llama as well as Hakoda. They're looking over as they'll take out Kataomi. This is Shannon in the backlines with a BKB.
He's pinging it out
by Xantic, and Manta blast off the control. Is it enough? Watson with the waveform away. They've got themselves a kinetic field up. Turns into the CK, throws a Chaos Ball, 2-second stun onto Xantic. He'll drop the gem. They focus their attention on Theo Agor. This will be a 4th dead on D1 Hustlers. They almost had a good fight, but almost only counting in horseshoes and hand grenades and not in the game of Dota 2.
Yeah, Ancient Apparition, this was a very risky move from Hakoda, going there to plant vision. You're playing against Beastmaster. He clips Watson. I think Watson would have died if he had another second, maybe 2 of that Ice Blast duration. But he turns into CK, and CK is just like not a hero. He has minus 20% stats, minus 40% status resistance. So all of these stuns are gonna last long enough. You don't have enough damage to come in, and now Morphling holding on to Aegis, does have cheese available that he passed on to Beastmaster. That's why I said it's very difficult to execute. If you misuse your Ice Blast, and this is the target that they're going to be looking to kill. It's the only hero that Watson is afraid of. Doesn't care too much about this chip damage, right click from CK, Magnus, or Ember Spirit.
They're going to go and get Xantic. Woo! Remnant away. Just barely. Now Stormstormer passed over a gem.
Radiant are scanning.
Nobody else holding one, and you can see Kataomi's like nearby. He's looking for a Blink Dagger too. Beastmaster getting those Ags, those drums of Song, the Mystic Flare, the Arcane Bolts will hit, and they'll salve him up. So look at that. Little bit of health he gets back with that salve. Trying to get a Lotus Orb out on this Techies, but not farming nearly as well as we've seen Techies in the past games farm. Not a lot of places for him to go, especially when the cores are trying to be the ones who are getting a comeback of some point in terms of their net worth.
Yeah, he's trying to get some farm, take the outpost so they can TP to it with some buybacks, potentially. Another lasso.
This is on Hakoda.
It's gonna be pretty much one job for Stormstormer. Try to find this Ancient Apparition and take him out every single time. Usually you want to take out some higher priority targets, some kind of a core hero.
BKB, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, but the rest of Entity's coming over. He was looking for a high five, but you played yourself. Said Xantic dying again. They're right up onto the high ground. And this is 40 seconds without the Ember, right?
Yep, no buyback available on him. Let's see if Watson's going to be more careful this time around. Ancient Apparition again. He's pinging it out.
Sticky Bomb. Chaos Bolt. 2-second stun. Glimpse now onto the CK. Kinetic Field doesn't get up in time, but they've got the Reality Rift. Now can they control up Watson? Cold off. Feet, Reality Rift, BKB, and they're skewering him back into the base. So Watson now with not a lot of mana to play with, but they got the tier 3 tower dead up top.
Ancient Apparition knows if he misuses that Ice Blast,
they just
set of barracks is gone. Might even lose a tier 2 tower on top of it. So you need to be certain that you're gonna hit it.
Lasso, Lotus Orb not enough,
Late
and
Lotus.
now Die by Llama. Well, yep, there's that Ice Blast. It doesn't really do anything.
Radiant's top barracks has
It's a
That's
level 1
Ceterax.
ulti. So 60-second cooldown on Ice Blast. Mid lane, at least it's pushing in. There's a couple of mines in the base, but seems like it's not enough. Entity still wants to take a fight. Shad sending out the illusion on the mid lane to push it even further away.
Can't find any openings.
Dire's middle tower.
And like you said, once they use that Ice Blast and don't land it on anything, they're not going to get much more out of the fight. They desperately need that Ice Blast. Really feeling like the only way they're able to kill off this Morphling. Granted, he had the Aegis, so killing it once with Ice Blast may not even have been enough. Watson's chasing. They're looking for this Ember. It's Xantic, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, a TP attempt. He's in the trees, the axes, and just escapes.
Watson knew exactly where he's going to try to TP from. Already used his Remnants, had one coming out of cooldown. Shad. Dangerous territory. Let's see a bait with illusion that Stormstormer just picked up, pretending that they, like, I'm so stupid. I don't know how fog works, but for a couple of seconds, let's see. Yeah, the mines are gonna reveal it.
Oh no. All these mines just getting exploded by not heroes. RP though, Lasso to turn that around. They're gonna bring Shad in. They're trying to get the Kona Watson. They'll drop down the Static Storm. They've got themselves the silence on the Shad with the BKB being popped by a lot of these heroes on the side of D1 Hustlers. They bought back on Stormstormer.
Hakoda, he's trying to time it.
And can they get it right? They already got the kill on the Shad though. That's a big issue.
They got him.
And yeah, they're gonna get the kill on the Watson. They'll take him out. 70 seconds. No buyback without Shad. They're able to pull this off a little bit. Searing Chains, the silence, the seal getting reflected back onto Kataomi, but they've got the control. They get the Kono at Xantic even without their Morphling.
At one moment, Watson was like, oh man, I screwed up. I can't see him, and he knew that Aegis is gonna run out, so didn't commit. But Hakoda, holding onto Ice Blast for a very long time, manages to land it. They do get a kill, but in the end, they're gonna lose probably another set of barracks unless buybacks come in, and Ember will be the one who's forced to use it. It's pretty chill now for Entity. They can take another fight, but we'll need to kill Ancient Apparition. Hakoda will keep the distance with Blink Dagger Force Staff. He has one job, hit it on Morphling. Don't ever use it on anything else.
Yep. Now it's level 2. It's got a little bit of a shorter cooldown. And he's got himself a quickening charm, so 45 seconds instead of the 60 that it was. So, what can you do? Try and hold on to this Div 1 spot. Pray, hope, maybe?
Yeah, send the thoughts and prayers their way because that seems like they need it. They desperately need it.
Yeah,
Dobby's having a blast of a game on Beastmaster, has Crimson Guard, Pipe, Drums going into BKB next. He's has 4 massive items at the moment. Xantic, BKB, already popped. Wow.
Lasso, oi! Oh no. Now they're gonna maybe get the turnaround. Arcane Bolt gets turned around. They get the Cold Feet. They've got the Blast Off. They get the kill to Kataomi, and now they're gonna TP in this Beastmaster. Toby not gonna go and fight. He's just gonna look to farm and be there just in case they need him. But getting a kill on the Skywrath Mage is quite nice.
Nice play there from Stormstormer. Blinked on top of Remnant instantly, gets the lasso, but they did lack damage, and Lotus Orb comes in. then you don't have that silence. Still, holding the high ground against techies. Mag on the team. Gotta be careful. We've seen them use the first Aegis not very effectively, so Entity will wait it out, wait for this third Roshan.
D1 Hustlers can some way get their hands on that. Would be pretty crazy.
Techies got the shard for free. Always feels nice. So, some extra damage on that reactive taser.
Could they potentially go for the other one? 2 minutes on Roche. Pretty long. Gives an opportunity for Ancient Apparition to get some more levels. If you could get to this level 3 on the Ice Blast. Obviously, that's not going to happen that quickly, but having a short cooldown and getting that Shatter Health threshold higher. Just kind of hoping, right?
For now, keeping a buyback available. Bought the gem. We'll have buyback in 70 gold. They don't know about Roche respawn. It's gonna be Entity again with Hawk inside the pit on Dire's side, so forcing D1 Hustlers to make a move.
They're going up and around. Can they sneak this all the way?
Let's see who gets a better initiation here. Watson hiding until Ancient Apparition shows, then he's gonna join a fight. Pop his BKB, turn into CK, steal his stats.
Look at where he's at. He doesn't want to put himself into danger at all, like you said.
He got protection. Lincoln Sphere this time is available.
And they find the vision on anybody.
A tool to teach.
Sobs. It sees them. Reactive Taser trying to take out some vision. Will do just that. He's got the Lotus Orb. The Static Storm is down with the Flame Break hitting onto the Techies. Is Techies who you really want to be going for at the moment. They get the kill on the Theocore. Doesn't have buyback. And there's a gem on the deck. Blink in, Lasso hits the Magnus. They've got the silence. Look at the damage. Mystic Flare, that's a second. They don't have buyback on that Mag either. And BKB to TP out. I mean, that is not what you want as D1 Hustlers. You were trying to find yourself the right positioning to go and get Roche, and instead you lose 2 heroes.
Yeah, look at that positioning from Hakoda. He's hiding.
Ooh.
He's in the corner of the map, trying to land some really sneaky Ice Blast.
Blink in.
Didn't show in the previous fight at all. Like, if we check the recap, he dealt 0 damage until they saw Ancient Apparition.
It's
He's like, I'm not doing anything.
It's Antic? Okay.
So this Roche now belongs to Entity.
Or does it? Hakoda.
As soon as CK used his illusions, they're like, let's see.
Oh! Okay. He's done. Never mind.
Did his job.
He did it.
Yeah, it seems like they're done. They can't land this Ice Blast on Morphling anymore. And again, holding the Aegis. There is Cheese, Refresher. Batrider holding onto Refresher.
3%
looking for another kill.
From Dota Plus. Flame Break, Lasso, BKB. It's just Stormer for now, but I'll have some help soon. Scan, Flame Break, blinking forward, another Flame Break, blast off. Not a lot of mana. Proximity mines are down. Those will explode, but not do anything. Primal Roar is used, and that will be a dead Theocore to Toby.
Watson turns into Magnus. We saw what he can do with Magnus.
RP? Hold feet? Maybe? No. No.
How much damage does he have? Over 600 damage.
His scouter
when in
readings are
Magnus
going
mode
crazy.
with Empower.
Magnus mode.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
We tried turning it to Wumbo. Skewer. Chaos Bolt. Hold feet. Reality Rift. There's the BKB. So Watson going to go the other way. The Static Storm's going to be placed down for some zoning effect. They've got the Lasso. It's onto the Ember Spirit. They get the kill on a dive along. Let's take the Magnus. He's got buyback, but it's Antic falls, and he's only got 70 seconds to respawn
Damage
him
has
with no
already
buyback.
been done. I got flashbacks from first Aegis usage. Same spot where he got skewered into, but Watson had BKB available, pops it, still holding the Aegis for 3 minutes, and feels like this game is getting out of control. Unless they land like 4-man RP into Ice Blast, into Techie's stun, I don't see them winning this fight.
Well, they don't have RP for 55 seconds.
Well, you better get it somehow.
Sell all your items, refresher. Skewer, maybe this time. No. Manta. Waveform.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Getting away. Tier 3 down. Racks are next.
Radiant's middle barracks
Boots of
are
Bearing
under
for
attack.
Fishman. Blink, Skewer, Ancient Seal. Can they get him this time? Yes, they can. Under the tier 4 towers.
Dakota's ready with the Ice Blast.
Oh, Ice Blast. And well, they hit it, but they don't kill him. He was in the waveform. Static Storm. There's Shad. Mystic Flare. There they go. They get the kill into the CK. He's got buyback, but Mega Creep's secured for the side of Entity.
It's time to close it out. RP is going to be available in 5 seconds, so you don't necessarily need to commit heavily, but slowly poke from the distance. Watson, he's still very afraid of this Ice Blast.
Well, it's on cooldown for another 19 seconds. They go in. Fishman ends up dead. Shad gets that, but he's up out of the high ground away from the team. The waveform out of the backlines looking for the Magnus. Flame break. Zooming it out a little bit because this fight is happening in 2 separate spots. They've got the lasso on a Shad. He just bought back. He's going to end up dead. He's dead for 105 seconds. RP is used, but the Ancient Seal, there's no skewer. The Ice Blast lands on a Watson. They've got the cold feet, and now they'll get the kill. But he's got buyback, and it doesn't really matter when you've already lost Llama as well as Shad. Boots of Travel come back in. They've got the glimpse. They'll have the damage to get the kill there on a Theolacor. Look at where Watson is. He's already back on the tier 4 tower. It's like a Searing Chains. But they don't have an RP. They don't have an Ice Blast to go once again. Cold feet onto the Bat Rider. That's going to wear out as he's using that Firefly to get away. The Static Storm's going to be right on top of the Ember Spirit. They've got the Primal Orb, but that's going to be reflected with the Lotus. They'll bring him back with a glimpse. And it's just his dead body as Watson gets the kill there onto Exantic, who's going to buy back. Tier 4s are starting to drop. They get the first one. There's the blast off on a Fishman. He's low. He'll die to Theolacor. They've got him dead for 100 seconds. So kind of getting it done a little bit as they take out the Disruptor, but can they get more done? Can they keep themselves getting something out of this? The throne is exposed. The creeps are coming in. They're Mega Creeps. There's no racks standing here for the side of D1 Hustlers. They're trying to hustle their way to keep their D1 spot, but they've got the Ice Blast. Dakota's going to end up dead. The creeps are in. The throne explodes, and Entity will send it back down to D2 Hustle as they take the series 2-1, and they take themselves a long one, but eventually get there.